We are Popcorn, Piss, and Vinegar, giving you a raw take on movies, television, and pop culture. My name's Chris.
My name is Scott.
And my name is JB4.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, JB4.
Hey, it's good to be back. You guys did a great job.
You didn't look into the sun, did you?
No, I didn't. I looked at the ground.
Okay.
The shadows were a lot cooler.
All right.
So, I thought you were out on work assignment. I didn't know that you were going to look at the eclipse.
I was on work assignment, but it turned out they flew me out to Austin, only needed me there 2 days, but it booked me for like 4. So I had 2 days just to loaf around.
Oh,
Austin.
okay. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, it was.
So during the eclipse, Gary said he was surprised that you weren't watching Netflix during the eclipse. So
I was my eyes were already aching from watching The Defenders.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You given your a very passionate text message review to me on The Defenders, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I could visually see you taking a shit, like on your Netflix bill.
Ooh,
It was bad, huh?
I don't know if it was shit on my bill bad, but it's definitely no. Do not watch. It's terrible.
Well,
Cliche and not good.
there's a lot of fucking piss in this broadcast today.
Oh, yeah.
So
I really
what
gotta
I think
go.
we should do is that we should go ahead and we should do the nice news. You know, before we get into all of this crap that's happening this week.
Is there nice news?
Yeah, there is
Is
nice
there?
news.
Okay.
The nice news is that the movie It is getting stellar reviews.
Oh,
And I'm really looking forward to seeing this movie.
I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I'm gonna
What
go.
sells me is a cool review that was given by one of the internet nerds. And similar to us, you know, they kind of talk about the same shit we talk about, except way more. And they actually get paid for it. But the review that he gave was he said that he felt the movie was a combination between Poltergeist and The Monster Squad. And by reading that, that makes me very, very happy.
is the Monster Squad a good movie? I can't.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah, it's fun, man.
It's a good-
it's fun.
Right.
Fun movie.
It's like
It's Stranger
Disney-
Things, but with Universal monsters.
right.
Okay.
It's good for the time, and it still kind of holds up as a fun revisit. Watch it with your kids, sort of
I'll
thing.
check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it now, and I still haven't seen the movie, but based on the reviews that I've read, you know,
right.
Tom Cruise's Mummy movie, it seems to me they should have just ran off and remade Monster Squad with
Probably.
with all the hype with Stranger Things. Would have probably been better for them to do that, and they could have actually used that as a ground to kind of
I just hope-
expand from.
I hope this film makes enough money to warrant the sequel.
Oh, they've already they've been doing the marks and all that stuff with the
Uh-huh.
reviews. They're expecting this to be the highest grossing opening for a horror movie of all time.
Huh. Well,
So they say
rated R
they say
horror
it's-
movie?
Yeah. Well, all horror movies are pretty much rated R.
Oh.
But they're saying this is going to be the biggest opening for a horror movie of like all time.
Have
That's
you
what they're
guys-
tracking it to do.
have you guys seen the extended? It isn't a trailer. You know how occasionally in the trailers they'll actually just show you a scene from a film.
Yeah.
They actually showed a scene from It at Atomic Blonde at the screening
no,
I saw.
didn't. I haven't seen this.
I saw it. Somebody recorded it with their phone and
Oh,
posted
cool.
it on YouTube. I saw it.
What do you think?
It's
What is it?
let's see if we're talking about the same scene. It's the extended scene of Georgie chasing his boat
boat.
into the sewer.
Yeah.
It doesn't really give anything away. The only thing that it really kind of gives you is a lot of dialogue, and it kind of gives you some idea of what Bill Skarsgård's voice is going to sound like
Yeah.
playing Pennywise the Clown.
Which is
wait.
hilarious.
And he's fucking creepy, man.
See,
I mean,
I wasn't creeped out. I was giggling.
Well-
It seemed like a sketch, but that could be just me. Based on all the reviews I've heard, I'm of course going to go see it.
Yeah.
yeah, just to cap it off, I mean, they're saying the movie is scary, and they're saying that the production value is really good, but one thing they said that's cool about this movie is something you don't commonly see. It has a ton of heart, and I'm willing to bet that's what it's going to have to do with these little kids that are battling against this monster. And for those of you who don't know about it, we are going to get a sequel to it that is based on the book, and it's not like, oh, God, yeah, they're going to do a sequel. They're going to do a sequel because it's warranted, because
Right.
half of the book takes place when they're kids, and the other half of the book takes place when they're adults. So
It's not a trilogy. It's
No.
two parts.
2 parts.
yeah, and hopefully it just stays 2 parts, and they
I agree.
hopefully they use that as influence to say, hey, we want to do another Stephen King book. Which, speaking of, the production team and director both have said that if it is successful and they're able to secure more of Stephen King's rights, they want to redo Pet Sematary. They said that would be their next one that they would want to do.
Sometimes dead is better.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. Sometimes dead is better.
I don't know, man. Hey, look, if they can do it well, I guarantee you, if this movie kicks ass and they say, hey, we want to do Pet Sematary, everybody's going to eat that shit up, and they're going to be ready to go.
I saw that movie in the theater on acid, and I was just like, half of it was terrifying, and half of it, I'm not sure if it was terrifying or just really funny. The kid.
Both.
It was.
Both.
It was. Yeah.
I don't know. The part in Pet Sematary that always fucked me up was the sister.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
that
blew my mind in the theater. I was like, oh God, what just happened?
That shit's scary in that book. In print, that shit's scary.
It is, yeah.
So yeah, I have no problem redoing it if they're going to do it well.
Yeah, right.
All right, moving on to the movie news. We have to include this because Scott has a hard-on for Movie Pass, so we need to talk about Movie Pass. So here's Movie Pass. If you haven't been following the news, and if your browser has not been inundated or your timeline on Facebook has not been inundated with this little ad from a company called Movie Pass, we'll bring you up to speed. Ex-co-founder of Netflix put this service together. It started out as a $40 service that would allow you to go see movies with some perks. Well, they decided to lower the price to $10 a month to where you can see a movie per day. Now, this doesn't include special screenings like IMAX or Dolby or anything
3D.
like this, or 3D. This is just a 2D screening. However, you can pay for $20 a month and get those benefits. So there's a $10
There it
package
is.
and a $20 package. For the consumer, this has been great. The only hubbub that you've really heard from is AMC.
Which basically owns the city.
Yeah, I mean, AMC is the largest. AMC is the largest theater branch in the United States. I've heard now. I mean, they say regardless whether AMC wants to pull out of this thing, which they already have canceled, internet movie sales. So you can't go on the app and order tickets with Movie Pass. You would have to do it at the box office window. They're saying that the movies are still being the Movie Pass is still compensating the theaters for these movies that you would go see. And the argument that I've read on Movie Pass's side, the reason why they're doing this, they're taking the loss because with the amount of people that are signing up, they want the statistical information so they can use it for advertising. So that's the reason why they're taking the big hit. And they say that this is only going to maybe happen for a year, and then they're going to skyrocket back up to their regular price.
Does it really make up? Like, does
I don't
that
know.
information really make up for that kind of hit?
The company that invested in this Movie Pass situation it's a statistical marketing company. So that's the whole. They're funding this. You know, it's a thing.
And AMC doesn't want to do it.
AMC doesn't want to do it because they feel like Movie Pass won't follow through. They'll go belly up in 2 months, and people will be pissed off at AMC.
Oh.
Well, I think another side of it also is that AMC, from what they say is, and that's the argument of that it's not sustainable. But the other thing that I heard is one of AMC's other worries is the fact that it will affect their Stubs discount card service, which is a yearly fee that's paid for $10, but that's direct profit to their bottom line. And I heard that they're thinking that someone buys Movie Pass for $10 a month, and they're unaware that this is going to be a temporary thing. It's going to kind of drive them to cancel their Stubs package card.
I have Stubs, and the only good thing about Stubs is the discount on the food.
And the short line.
Well,
and
it's
the short
actually
line.
it's actually the discount on Tuesday nights for me. So I mean, you get $5 off. But what's good about Stubs is that it's not only $5 off on 2D, it's $5 off on everything.
Right, on Tuesday.
So so I mean, it's good, and that's it. Everybody has their own thing of why they think something's great or something sucks. But I think what the whole thing is that AMC sits there and they look at it and they say, okay, well, look, we have the money in hand now, and somebody comes up to us and we tell them, okay, look, you're checking out, your Stubs card is coming to a close. Do you want to re-up? Well, no, I don't want to re-up because I have Movie Pass. And I think that's where part of that is.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not for either side on this argument. I don't give a fuck. To be honest with you, I was going to join Movie Pass, but now with this hubbub coming from AMC, they're the primary theater in this market. I'm happy with what I have. I'm not going to spend an extra $120 a year when they're not even going to full launch what would be useful for me as a... I mean, I got to go to the window already anyway because, because they don't do the discounts on Fandango. So,
well, I just swung Team AMC based on Scott's observation because AMC is already on the ropes. They're getting lesser and lesser profit every year. And for them to get behind something that if the company failed, they'd have to be on the line for it or at least litigate, I think that it would make a bad situation worse. So I don't blame them.
Yeah. Evil Empire aside, I mean, really truthfully, I'm in this for filmmakers. And you hear more and more people, it's to the point now you go see movies and they have actors and directors and even producers that have clips that they film before movies at AMC thanking the audience to come see the movie and giving the spiel that you have to come to the movie theater so it's sustainable. And I like going to the movies. I love it. I don't want that to go away.
Well, maybe Stubbs should do something analogous.
I just my take on it is here's an option. Here's a thing that's available for you to go to a film. You can go see a film once a day, and it's $10 a month. It's putting asses in seats that would not have asses in seats.
Right.
If you want more eyes on your film, this is the way to go.
Agreed.
So if AMC is like, I think it's a shitty idea because they're going to go up, whatever like that, then maybe how about incorporate that idea into your Stubbs program?
Yep.
Because I tell you what, they don't make money off the tickets. They make money off the food.
Oh, that's it straight up. Yeah.
And if I go to the theater, let's say I go 5 times because I have this thing or 6 times, I'm going to buy food every time.
Yeah. The only time a theater lucks out with a movie is like only the immediate example I can think of is My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah.
That was a little bitty movie, indie film that exploded. It probably had a small, exhibitor cost to show the movie, and people showed up in fucking droves and went and saw it.
That's Get Out. Get Out was the same thing.
Yeah.
My Greek Wedding, that shit stayed in the theater.
Yeah, that shit stayed in the theater for like fucking 8 months. I mean, it was there for a long time.
That was a different time, though. I mean,
still.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, you could say it's a different time, but the thing with it is that all these movies, man, there's always something that bucks the trend and it comes along.
Yeah, but I mean, the video on demand didn't have the kind of turnover it does now. I mean, Wonder Woman has impressed the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's another good example.
It's a big budget, but it's still playing in theaters and making money.
In fact, it's getting ready to relaunch. It's coming out video on demand, I think, next week. Yeah. But they said they're going to re-release a special IMAX screening for like a week.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to go see the big, go see it in the theater and you didn't get a chance to see it, we give it a big thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the movie news. David Hasselhoff expressed interest in a Knight Rider movie that would be influenced by Logan. We reported this last week while you were gone.
Yeah.
He said that he wants Michael Knight to return and be pissed off. Pissed off at what? I don't know.
That his career isn't what
but
it
here's
be.
a good but here's a good example, and this is one how you could actually have Michael Knight come back and be pissed off. The Weinstein Company, who's going to be bringing a Knight Rider reboot to the movies because of the because nostalgia.
Yeah.
What they're talking about now is the lead actor is going to be WWE wrestler John Cena, who's kind of had
He's going to be the Michael Knight character?
They didn't say that. They're just saying he's going to play the lead. I would assume he's going to play Michael Knight, but he's had some lead roles in some low budget WWE bullshit, but he's had small parts and kind of some profile stuff. Namely Trainwreck by Amy Schumer's movie,
in which he was arguably the funniest part of the movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
yeah, and he got props
funny,
for that.
Man, John Cena is funny. He
really
was in
funny.
that Sisters movie with Poehler and Tina Fey.
Yeah,
and just the small parts he had in that, funny.
Yeah.
Like real funny.
He got mad props for that train wreck movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, there you go. I mean, he, look at The Rock. He went out and did his thing. He's had a lot of success. Maybe lightning can strike twice. In the
sure.
ring of wrestling there.
Yeah.
But here's the one that really basically like throws off everything.
Kevin Hart.
Basically a miniaturized version of The Rock in Kevin Hart. They want Kevin Hart to do the voice of Kit.
Which I think is a terrible idea.
That's an absolutely awful idea.
I mean, just
But
I don't know. It's sort of like having Cat Williams as Data in a remake of
Yeah, I mean,
Star Trek. Like what?
yeah, I mean, the thing with it is Kit's kind of a sterile kind of.
It's a robot.
And he's a robot, and he's not really I mean, that's the thing. You're going to bring in, I mean, basically Kevin Hart doing his act.
Yeah,
as Kit.
as
I'm
artificial intelligence. That just doesn't make a lick of sense.
I didn't watch Knight Rider when I was a kid. I
Oh.
knew the theme song.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
I did.
I did.
Yeah.
It's about as good idea as using Logan as an inspiration for a dark Knight Rider. Like I keep thinking of
It's Siri in your car.
right. Well,
yeah.
but you remember
Except it actually understands what you're saying. All right.
Yeah, Logan was an alcoholic, right? Kind of a drunk
Yeah, huh?
in Logan. And when I think Michael Knight alcoholic, I just think of him with his daughter shooting him, eating a cheeseburger. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Like that's as close to Logan as David Hasselhoff will ever get for me.
Yeah.
This movie may or may not get made. And
Either way, it's hilarious. in
Yeah,
not a good way.
there's no telling if it'll get made. And I mean, really honestly, not to sound like a killjoy, if it gets made, I won't go see it. I don't have any
I might
interest in
miss
it.
Nope. Right
All
above
right.
Baywatch.
Ed Skrein, best known as Francis in Deadpool, and for his lead role in The Transporter Reloaded, is joining Hellboy as Major Ben Damio. The character in the comics was African American, and whitewashing controversies have already begun in the fanboy community. Skrein joins David Harbour, Ian McShane, and Mila Jovovich. Look, go fuck yourself. If Domino can be black, then he can be white. Cut and dry. That's it.
Yeah.
The end. I mean, no argument as far as I'm concerned.
It's just not an important enough character, I think, in the grand scheme to get that bent out of shape about, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I don't really see why anybody gets bent out of shape about anything. Look,
I don't either.
if you like your comic books and you like shit the way it used to be, go read your back issues.
Yeah.
If there's something new, I mean, this is no different than the Ultimate series that Marvel did. It's no different. All they did was they launched a separate series, they swept everything back to center, and they created a companion series that made everything kind of lean and mean. I look at these movies as retellings. It's not official to anything. The comic books are the comic books. The movies are the movies. There it is.
It's a fucking movie. All right.
All right. Michael K. Williams, best known for his role in The Wire as Omar, has been cut from the upcoming Han Solo movie. Damn it. He was in line to do reshoots, but a scheduling conflict prevented him from appearing. Williams' scenes were also cut from The Incredible Hulk, which starred... goddamn, man, I'm fucking mushmouth today. The Incredible Hulk, which starred Edward Norton, but the actor described both occasions as very pleasurable. He hopes he'll be able to return for a different role. Yeah, I mean, I read his interview, and what it came down to is that he had some other work. He's filming another movie in Africa. They're doing reshoots for Han Solo in England. His schedule wouldn't allow him to do the reshoot, so they had to cut his character away. I mean, it's more common than we think. I'd like to see Michael K. Williams. I mean, I've never seen The Wire, but I've seen Boardwalk Empire, and he's a fucking beast in that show.
Yeah, he's a beast in The Wire, too. He's a great addition to anything.
Yeah, I mean, but it's really crazy. He struck out twice on what is arguably the two biggest franchises running right now, but I think he'll be back.
Yeah, obviously, if it was a bit part, if they can cut him from the film and
If
not
they can
miss
cut him in reshoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been really interested because he described his character, and he actually accidentally gave a spoiler. The spoiler, and it's anything big. All he did is that Amelia Clarke, who plays Daenerys Targaryen on Game of Thrones, she's going to be in this Han Solo movie. He revealed the name of her character. Which, I mean, that's not spoiled, but I mean,
It's not Princess
Lucasfilm.
Leia, is it?
Yeah, she's a character in it. Oh my God.
Yeah, her name is Cora, Kura.
God
is the
damn
name
it!
of the
Now I
character.
can't go see that movie. 'Cause
So-
you told
There
me
you
what
go.
her name was.
Well, that's an Easter egg, so you're okay.
Exactly.
Fuck.
So,
Cora.
So he reveals this the name to this character, but what I thought was really interesting is he said he played this character that was kind of like a hybrid between a man and an animal. So I would have been really interested in seeing how his makeup and like how his
Yeah.
effects looked and shit. But
He's probably just bummed out he's not going to have a action figure made after him. That would suck.
That would bum me out too.
That would bum me out.
in similar news, a source close to Jesse Eisenberg that has revealed that due to reshoots on Justice League, he's not going to appear as Lex Luthor.
See,
I don't
now I'm
believe
getting
that.
more excited about this film. Not because I have that big a problem with Jesse Eisenberg. It just means they're trimming characters instead of using it as an opportunity
Yeah.
to jam it with as many DC characters as possible.
I'm still skeptical, but
Yeah,
but this
understood.
isn't confirmed or anything.
Yeah, I don't
so-
believe that
okay.
yet. So
All right, Warner has dropped bombshells all week regarding their developing expanded film universe for DC Comics. The first one was news of a film that tells the origin of the Joker that would not be connected to the current movies directed by Todd Phillips, director of Old School and The Hangover, Scott Silver, writer of 8 Mile, which starred Eminem, and executive produced by Martin Scorsese. There's also rumors of Suicide Squad 2 being fast-tracked into production, and a Joker Harley Quinn movie now helmed by the writers of This Is Us. That movie could also be potentially not connected to the franchise. There was also a huge ruckus over Matt Reeves' Batman movie being separated as well, but the director rushed to Twitter to clear up those rumors. Like Ben Affleck, Jared Leto has doubled down that he will be returning as the Joker, but in what? Who the hell knows? The rumor of unrelated movies not connected to their current slate of films might even carry a separate title banner. Many think it's going to be called DC Elseworlds to differentiate them from the marketplace. Elseworlds was in the comics. It was their version of Marvel's What If. That's
yeah.
what it was.
good.
This is a absolutely horrible idea.
Yeah.
There's a lot of leaks and a lot of things that happen that turn out to be absolutely not true. But I think in this instance here, with things being as shaky as they are, somebody from Warner and DC has got to step up to the fucking plate and get PR on this shit
Yeah.
to clean all this crap up. I mean, it's just
Or to just
stupid.
straighten it out. Like, all right, so the Joker Harley Quinn movie may not be related to this universe, but will star Jared Leto and what's her name. So they're going to be in the movie, but
But that hasn't been confirmed. They don't even know.
well,
Jared
none
Leto.
of this has been confirmed.
Jared Leto says he's returning, but nobody knows
Yeah.
in what. Nobody has any idea what he's returning in.
I mean,
So, I mean,
It's-
you're looking at 3 Joker characters that are potentially running around now. A Martin Scorsese Joker movie,
Whatever.
a Joker Harley Quinn movie that may or may not be related to the extended universe, Suicide Squad 2, which the Joker may reappear in. You know what I mean? Then they said that David Ayer is still on board to do Gotham City Sirens. He may pop up in that. So, I mean, it's...
well,
Dude,
now,
they just have a fucking mess, man.
well, it's also been sort of kind of Easter egged that Jared Leto's Joker is actually formerly Robin the Red Hood story. So maybe that's where they're going with the origin story that takes place in the 80s to be produced by Martin Scorsese. But if they go to the trouble of saying that it's an Elseworld, it's just a dumb idea. It's confusing from a PR perspective for the average moviegoer.
I'm in, and it confuses the shit out of me, and I'm in. I mean, I want to go see these films, but I don't. For them to go and say, all right, we have 2 other universes, or we have one other, we're going to do a whole other universe of storylines. That
Yeah.
makes me. I have zero confidence in going to see any of these other films. Like I just
Yeah.
don't. I quit. I don't care anymore.
I don't
Why?
know. Honestly, I don't know how all in I am. I'll go see. I'm going to go see. I'll let you know how I feel after I see Justice League.
When I say all in, I mean like I know what's going on, and I'm fucking confused.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm reading the news like you guys are. I know what the stories are, and I don't even know what's going on.
Well,
And
yeah.
that-
Yeah, we're in the know, so to
Yeah,
speak. Yeah,
and I
this is
still
this is
don't know.
completely fucking confusing.
Well,
It's a mess.
DC's only 1 for 4 with you, right? Like you hated Suicide Squad,
I hated
but,
Suicide Squad.
but everything
I-
else you liked.
yeah. Wait,
So-
we're Man of Steel. I
Man
thought
of
was-
Steel, Batman vs
Batman,
Superman,
Superman, yeah.
and Wonder Woman.
Oh, and Wonder Woman, yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, but
you should have
like
a higher
Wonder
threshold.
Woman blew me away. The other films were
Yeah.
just,
I'm 1.5 for 4.
Yeah.
I thought Wonder Woman was fantastic. I loved it. I thought Man of Steel was okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I had some stuff in it I really liked.
I'm with you.
I thought Batman versus Superman was a piece of shit, and I thought the Suicide Squad was an even bigger piece of shit. And I mean, I still have a lot of bad taste in my mouth from those last 2 movies. Not Wonder Woman, but Batman, Superman, and Suicide Squad. I have a lot of faith in Patty Jenkins because it seems like to me they kind of gave her carte blanche. I want to really see how this clusterfuck's going to turn out in November.
Me
And
too.
then I'll figure out how all in I am.
I'm really
you know?
pulling for Joss Whedon. I'm really, really pulling for him. Though, interestingly,
I don't know if I'm pulling for anybody at this point because
Wow.
so let's say they make Justice League and it's okay, say it's an okay film, but there's this other thing going on. Like, do I put my efforts?
Yeah.
Do I want to go see how this Batman turns out, or is
Yeah.
there going to be some
this-
other Batman?
But, I mean, this happens in Hollywood. This
it doesn't happen in Marvel though.
Well, this alternate Joker thing. This alternate Joker thing feels to me like remember the Sony leak with Men in Black merging with the Jump Street series.
Right.
That's what it feels like to me.
oh, you
They're
don't think
just
this
kicking
is
the
real?
idea around. Well, I mean, it's not real.
Man, it
it's
sure
just
did
not
make all the-
concrete.
I feel like that. I mean, that was some news. That
But,
wasn't
but
just
was
like,
it
oh, we got an
announced?
email.
Like, what did they announce?
No, it isn't
Did they-
announced. This is a rumor. It's the same thing as
Yeah.
the Obi-Wan movie over at
Yeah.
Lucasfilm.
Which-
That hasn't been announced, but I mean,
Okay.
they say that it has some traction allegedly.
Well, Martin Scorsese hasn't come out and said, no, I'm not doing this film either.
Yeah, I think that this is. I think really what this is that this is Warner's. This is Warner's basically wet dream jerk off fantasy to work with Martin Scorsese. Which who blames him? But the thing with it is that they're going to give Marty carte blanche and say just let Marty do his own thing, and when
That's
he
fine,
when he
but-
does his own thing. But dude, my biggest problem also a Joker origin story. That's about as interesting to me as Yoda. That's about as interesting to me as Wolverine. I don't want to see a Wolverine origin story. I like Logan, but that's not an origin story. That's like
No.
the end of his career, and that's a send-off. I don't want to know like where he came from, or if you know where he came from, is his mind so fucked up? Those facts may not even be true.
Yeah.
I like characters that are kind of like wound in mystery a little bit. I like
Yeah.
Yoda. I don't want to know anything about him. He's the diminutive Jedi badass. I mean, I don't want to see when he's a child or when he's when maybe he's only 100 or 200 years old and Yoda's in his prime. I don't care about that stuff. He's a mentor character, and that's what I want to leave him envisioned as. So,
Yeah.
I just think it's an all-around horrible fucking idea. I don't like it. You
Yep.
know.
And you're hardly alone.
No.
There's a lot of people that feel that way simply because Joker's origin is a mystery in a lot of the best Batman. I mean, in The Dark Knight in particular, they play that to a very effective.
I'm going to go back to the thing that I've said many times on this show, and that is they have one movie that they need to make right. One, and that is the Batman. And they're taking their tentacles and they're putting all their efforts into these other things when all they need to do is make a good Batman movie. And they can't even seem to do that.
I don't know, man. Time will tell. We'll see what Matt Reeves does. I mean,
Maybe.
you never know. The Matt Reeves Batman movie may blow our brains out of the back of our heads.
It may. Let's just hope it finally gets made before I collect Social Security.
Oh, it'll get made. Batman will get made.
When?
Oh, it's coming
That's
out
my point.
2019.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That's what they say.
yeah.
They say it's
Scott, that
2019.
movie's getting made.
Yeah.
I mean, that movie for sure is getting
You get
made.
the Planet of the Apes guy
Yeah, dude.
doubling down on it.
Yeah, that's their money. I mean, this thing is an active development. These other movies, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that I can tell you for a fact will get made. I mean, not the shit that's already like rapping and all.
Yeah.
Batman is definitely going to get made. Batgirl is definitely going to get made. All this other shit, I don't know. I have no
Aquaman.
idea.
Wonder Woman 2.
Well, I mean, we know Aquaman's going to be made. I mean, it's in fucking post. I mean, we know that. But I'm talking about stuff that is an active development that we are 100% sure. Active development, not active production.
Where does the Flash fall? Because I don't think that.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
I'm not sure.
Who knows?
I'm still not sure about
But
that one.
you could say that about Wonder Woman. Maybe Patty
2.
Jenkins is gonna go Wonder Woman 2. Maybe she's gonna go. You know what? Money talks, but maybe I don't want to be involved in this shit show. Or sort of like what that Ben Affleck meme was all about. Like, what did I get myself into?
Patty Jenkins has the advantage that these other movies don't have. She's going to make another period piece movie that they're alleging is going to take place in the 1980s, and she will have zero connection to these other characters in that movie except some mentions. It's like the first Wonder Woman movie. Bruce Wayne is mentioned.
Right.
He doesn't appear in the movie. He writes her a letter. His truck shows up and drops off a briefcase. That's it. And
Which was
they have
pointless.
the advantage. Yeah, you're right. Which has the advantage. That was the loose connection to Dawn of Justice, because they show the picture in there, and I thought that was a nice connection. But it was done. It didn't waste any time. It was done at the beginning and over. She got into the meat of the story without that affecting anything. And that's the advantage that Patty Jenkins will have in the second movie. She won't be attached to all this fucking stupid shit.
That may be the last movie we ever see from DC before they go down.
So I think that's the three. I think the three that you will see that are in pre-development that will definitely get made: Batman, Batgirl, Wonder Woman.
Why Batgirl real fast? Why?
Because they got Joss Whedon, and Joss Whedon wanted to do the movie, and Joss Whedon didn't have to do the movie. And they got Joss Whedon in. He came in and said, I'm going to do it. And they're going to let that dude do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah,
Why?
We'll see after the Justice League
Yeah.
shit show, combined with the negative press going around about it
Well,
right now. If that
Even with Joss Whedon walking in there, I will say this. I'm not going to blame him for that mess.
Oh, no, not me either.
Nope. He has no blame on that mess at all.
Will you credit him for its success?
Yes.
You won't blame him, but you'll credit him.
Oh, totally.
See, I don't get that.
Hey, good point, Scott. But I mean, that's it. I think what it really comes out to, and it'll eventually will come down the pipe. The question is that what portions of the movie is he responsible for?
Right.
And what is Zack Snyder responsible for? You never know. He may be walking in there and saying, look, man, this thing's a fucking pig. I'm going to give it the best makeover I possibly can.
Right.
If I put lipstick and some earrings on it, it's still a fucking pig, but I'm just going to do the best that I can.
Right.
Hey, pigs can make a lot of money at the box office. It just
They sure can.
I mean, even if people are like, meh, it'll probably do way better than if it had just gone out as is.
Yep. So there it is. It goes and continues. So speaking of things that will never get made, Channing Tatum is in the news again, promising that the Gambit movie is still coming. He said that they've started all over and will now push the envelope due to the success of both Deadpool and Logan. He said this before, but I thought it was worth mentioning because he's doubled down. And Scott and I are in full agreement. This fucking movie isn't getting made.
No.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
It could be, but I don't, I don't think so.
Let me just say this real fast because before the show I was talking to Gary Rucker for about an hour or so, and he was talking about he's doing he's starting to do some roles in TV and trying to get things like that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if his agent cast him in the Gambit movie like as an extra? Do you think Gary would do it or not?
Oh, yes.
Oh, he would do it. He would do it. Come on, that can't be that.
I'm gonna have to ask him about this.
Yeah, if he plays a heavy that gets taken out by Gambit, that would be fucking amazing.
I already have a casting choice for Gary. I want him to play Billy Batson. I want him to play the little kid that turns into Shazam.
There you go.
He's kind of boyish. Yeah, he's older, but he's kind of fucking boyish. So I see that's a good role for him. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one quick piece of news here. In other DC news, Anna Diop has been cast as Starfire for Titans, which will air on DC's upcoming stream service. Starfire is an alien refugee from the planet Tamaran and was a longtime love interest of Dick Grayson, whether he was Robin or Nightwing. Starfire has orange skin. Diop is an African American. let the shitstorm start again.
My
So-
only question about that is what age? I have no problem with the actress. I'm really looking forward to the Titans show, but my question is the age right? Is she supposed to be older, or is she supposed to be younger in this?
They're all about the same age when they start out. They're all about 15 or 16 years old when the Teen Titans starts. But then eventually they advance age the characters to kind of do more, contemporary young adult issues.
Right,
And
and
they put them in like their late 20s. I think this is where that's going to fall.
Okay.
They're going to be like probably 20 to 22 years old because the show is called Titans. It's not
Gotcha.
called Teen
Okay.
Titans.
I gotcha.
Which that's how it happened in the comic. They became Titans when they advance aged them. So
I'm in.
yeah, I'll check it out. I always like the Teen Titans.
So do I.
I always love that title. The characters are great. The Teen Titan Go animated is really
shit's
funny,
great.
man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
My little checks it out. Your little checks it out. So it's
Yeah.
it's cool shit.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I like any of that. Look, if I can avoid watching fucking Bunked.
Which we've been watching. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
if I can avoid Bunked, which is like a fucking corny, live action Disney show with kids that go to a sleepaway summer camp. If I can watch Titans Go, I'll watch Teen Titans Go. I'll watch that anytime over that shit.
Yeah.
All right, last piece of news here. Grumpy and hypocritical old coot director James Cameron hasn't had his ass kissed in a long time, so he's once again at the podium to take a shit on Wonder Woman. All of the self-congratulatory back-patting Hollywood's been doing over Wonder Woman has been so misguided. She's an objectified icon, and it's just male Hollywood doing the same old thing. I'm not saying I didn't like the movie, but to me, it's a step backwards. Sarah Connor is not a beauty icon. She was strong, she was troubled. She was a terrible mother, and she earned the respect of the audience through pure grit. And to me, the benefit of characters like Sarah is so obvious. I mean, half the audience is female. So, James, Jimmy, what you're trying to tell me is that female characters should be pigeonholed into one fucking dimension. Gotcha. So all female characters should be, gritty and terrible mother and all that shit. They're not allowed to show dimensions, nor are they allowed to do the same thing that male characters are allowed to do in a genre that they dominate. All right, Jim. Gotcha.
Well, I mean, the hypocrisy is that was basically his formula, and he did it well. But I mean, they were essentially dudes with vaginas. In James Cameron's take wasn't inherently feminine, other than the fact that they're apparent.
Yeah.
I guess I think Ripley was the best version of a tough female vulnerable character, but that was Ridley Scott's creation.
Right.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I mean, True Lies, Jamie Lee Curtis's character was not really a forward, progressive vision of a woman. She was sort of a bumbling idiot. And Wonder Woman was fantastic and something I would have guessed that he would have been 100% behind. So,
well,
I
it's
don't know
not
what
about
happened,
him.
man.
So the thing with it is
about
that
him,
Avatar is wanting an interest, and on top of that also is that Avatar.
It took 25 years to make a scene.
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
right.
And that's it. And I guarantee you this movie will probably do a quarter and a half of what it did before.
It depends on the tech.
Yeah,
it really depends on the tech.
I'll shit on him right now, but if the tech is there, I'll go see that film.
No, I'm not going to see it. But here's the whole thing. Look,
We'll see.
We'll have the response. No, you can. We'll see. We will see. I ain't going. It ain't happening.
All right.
All right, with grace and a set of lady balls, director Patty Jenkins responded back to the cranky old man. James Cameron's inability to understand what Wonder Woman is or what it stands for to women all over the world is unsurprising, as though he is a great filmmaker, but he's not a woman. Strong women are great. His praise for my film Monster and our portrayal of a strong yet damaged woman was so appreciated. But if Wonder Woman always has to be a hard, tough, and troubled to be strong, and we aren't free to be multidimensional or celebrate an icon of women everywhere because she is an attractive and loving, then we haven't come as far as we have. She also doubled down on Twitter and elaborated again. That was to block dopey fanboy lips, from kissing Cameron's ass. I believe women can and should be everything, just like male characters should be. There is no right and wrong kind of powerful woman, and a massive female audience who made this film a hit as it is can surely choose and judge between their own icons of progress. Good for you.
I mean, more to the point, James Cameron seems to be arguing for, we need to dirty and deconstruct our heroes up, which is exactly what they should not do with anyone but Batman. We've had this discussion. They tried that with Superman, and he's just in my opinion, emo bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That film,
right?
Which is why I don't like it, except for when
did
he
he
beats
just wake
Zod's
up
ass.
one day and go, you know what? I think I'm gonna say this dumbass shit.
But this has been. I don't think he's woke up one day. I really think he's a cranky old man because this isn't the first. He sat there and he shat on Ridley Scott about Alien, saying that it's tired and overdone. Yet he's going to make another Terminator.
Yeah.
3 fucking Terminator movies.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, get the fuck out of here. And then Brolin said that he's a fucking punk. I wish Brolin would have punched him in the fucking head. That would have been great.
He is competitive, I will say that. I mean, the whole reason he made the Terminator was because he saw Star Wars and got insanely competitive. Like, it could be better. But now he's just, because he was king of the world, in air quotes, he feels like he's the end-all, be-all authority on all things cinematic, and he's
Dude, just do your thing. Just stop talking
Yeah,
and do your thing. Make
that's
movies.
it. Just
stop talking and make movies.
Please just shut up and make a movie that I'm not going to go see. That's all I ask. I mean, it's pretty easy.
That's all we ask.
So, yeah, just make Blavatar and make the fucking same old tired fucking Terminator movies and, make it again. We'll see. Who is the Terminator going to go to the past to this time to kill?
Right.
Who should it be?
Jon Snow.
Yeah, right. Fucking A. That's good. I mean, at least, you can put that in. And especially now with Game of Thrones almost edging out Breaking Bad as the best television in the history of TV. I mean, why not Jon Snow? Just like Jon Snow, James Cameron doesn't know anything. So there it is. All right. So do we have anything to add to this broadcast?
No.
Nope.
All right, go get your movie pass.
I'm gonna go get my movie pass.
Go get your movie pass thing, and it won't work.
Watch The Defenders, and maybe, I don't know.
That's it. But you'll still go see Avatar, so that's all good.
If the tech's good, I'll go see Avatar.
Yep, me too.
That's it. I don't care. Avatar can blow me in the
real
theater,
fast,
and I'm not going to see it.
There is one thing. Black Mirror. Y'all saw that trailer?
Oh, no,
Yes.
I didn't catch the new trailer yet.
Holy shit. The one that...
As soon as we shut it down, I will watch it on YouTube.
New trailer for Black Mirror. It doesn't show anything,
No,
but
it
like
doesn't.
I said, it looks very ambitious.
It
the
does.
outer space stuff,
Black
cool,
and white.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
It's really more like a teaser, but it's Black Mirror, so it's reason enough to get excited.
Right.
Well, that is totally exciting. Yeah, and I'm going to go totally check it out, man. That's awesome. Great show.
Leave
Check
the
it.
show on a positive.
Hit up Black Mirror if you haven't seen that on Netflix. It's a fantastic show.
It is.
Alrighty then. Look, go over to ppvguys.com. Also, go over to iTunes. Please subscribe. If you're a true fan of the show, please leave us a review. 5 stars and 5 stars only. We would certainly appreciate it. You can also catch us at YouTube. We upload the show over there. You can give us a thumbs up. Also, leave us a comment. Let us know that you love us. Let us know that you hate us. We don't give a fuck. Just let us know you're alive. All right. Thank you for listening. NC. You are listening to Popcorn, Piss, and Vinegar.
Television.
Movies.
Pop culture.
Keep up with the latest news from Luke Skywalker all the way to Batman.
From Netflix to the CW.
And all the news in between.
Please subscribe and rate us on iTunes.
Or stream our episodes from ppvguys.com.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at PPV Guys.
Check out our friends Not Real Radio at notrealradio.com for our segment Not Real Movie News.
Should you listen to more? Yes. Will you agree? Maybe.
Jury's out.
Indeed.
Thank you for listening.
And action.